Hello and welcome back to the Natural Path to Wellness. My name is Megan and I'm really excited to have you here today. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about German New Medicine. Have you heard of this? I posted a reel or a short on YouTube a couple days ago asking you guys about the German New Medicine, if you've heard of it. Do you know anyone that practices it, etc., etc. Sorry, my cat's being silly, making lots of noise, so hopefully it's not too loud, and the fan is on, so we will see. German New Medicine. I have started taking interest in this over the past couple of weeks. Really, I've been implementing it into my life. So I've been working on the symptom of acne. As you can see, maybe you can't see very well because I don't really have a light in front of me. Skin is got some active breakouts, but since I recorded my last video, the short that I posted, I think I've had maybe one or two breakouts come to the surface, and I can pinpoint what actually was the trigger for those. So I'm going to just read to you about, oh shoot, I don't have it on my computer. Oh yes, I do. I'm going to read to you about the German New Medicine on acne. Let me just find it here. Sorry, it's taking me a minute. And sorry, I have a long combo here that is gosh. Okay, I actually need to ask it. So you guys can look this up too. I honestly use the AI to help me with decoding the German New Medicine. I'm sure I could order a book online or something like that, but this is just seems to be really accurate for me, and I like to get this is opinion. So emotional conflicts with acne include feeling soiled or dirty, feeling physically dirty or contaminated. So this could be triggered by witnessing or experiencing something that makes you feel morally or emotionally dirty, feeling ashamed or humiliated in a social context, such as being criticized or judged, or even just like the feeling of dirty, like you constantly need to be washing your face, you constantly need to be washing your hands. And another one is an attack conflict, and I believe that this is kind of my route to the acne. So this is what I've been really working on. So the attack conflict, it's the skin in particular is associated with attack conflicts where a person feels emotionally attacked or criticized. So an example could be hurtful comments about one's appearance or behaviors, and it's particularly common in adolescence where social dynamics and peers judgments are heightened. So this would make sense for teenagers in high school going through a period of time where they are in and witnessing a heightened social dynamic of being judged by their peers, right? And then the last one here is disfigurement conflicts. So acne can be tied to this. When someone feels ugly, broken, or unattractive, it can create a vicious cycle. So a few pimples may appear due to the initial conflict, and then the person starts to feel self-conscious or ugly, which perpetuates the emotional conflict, leading to more acne. I know I also have listened to a couple of podcasts on the subject of acne and German New Medicine, and they actually talk about how food sensitivities or allergies can be a sign or a trap or a trigger for acne as well. So if you believe that every time you have dairy you're going to get a acne, and that's what happens, that's a track for you. Another one is I guess it goes back to the first one of like feeling soiled or dirty. The one lady, I'm sorry, I can't share who it was with you. I can't remember the name, so if I remember I'll post it in the comments below so you can check it out. What her track was touching her face. So when she touched her face, it made her feel dirty, so she had to constantly be washing her hands and making sure she wasn't touching her face or her skin, because she had this belief that if she touched her face, this bad bacteria was going to infect the skin and cause acne. And what I've actually learned is that the bacteria is there to help support the healing process of the acne. So acne is a part of a biological program to resolve the conflict. So the process is divided into two phases. The first phase is conflict active phase. During this phase of the emotional conflict, the skin may appear bumpy or irritated as the body prepares to protect itself. So when you start to feel acne coming on, like if you've had it before, you know the feeling of, oh yeah, this spot is sore, and you can feel the bump forming, right? And this phase can often be subtle and not even like the pimples maybe not there yet, but you can feel it under the skin. So it's the beginning of it. Once the emotional trigger has been triggered per se, right? So the second phase is the healing phase. So once the conflict is resolved, either consciously or unconsciously, the body enters the healing phase. This is when the acne symptoms such as redness, swelling, and like fluid in the acne spot actually start to appear. So the inflammation and the pus are part of the body's natural repair process, and they assist the bacteria to basically resolve the physical conflict that has erupted from the emotional conflict stem. The healing phase can be uncomfortable, but it is a sign that the body is working to restore balance. What else are we tapping into here? How can we apply German New Medicine principles to acne? So working through this, we're going to approach it by reflecting on the emotional trigger. So when did the acne first appear? Maybe you were a teenager. What's a specific event or situation that maybe made you feel soiled or dirty or attacked or unattractive? Are there reoccurring situations or relationships or certain people that make you feel judged and criticized? So when you journal about these experiences, it can actually help you to uncover the patterns and the emotional triggers of what's triggering me, and did I get acne after that? Like, did I have an emotional trigger, have a bad conversation with someone? Was I confronted? I know, like, the feeling attacked, maybe you are always feel like when you go talk to a certain person that they're attacking you, and maybe they're not really intending on attacking you. It could just be that they are giving you criticism, constructive criticism, that leads you to believe that you're being attacked by this person. And again, this is where we're journaling and we're going back to, when did this first start? When did I first start feeling like people were always judging me or criticizing me, to now, maybe as an adult, I constantly feel like I'm being attacked by other people when they're giving me criticism or judgments that are meant to be delivered in a loving, kind way, but because of the trauma and the emotional trigger, it makes me feel it a different way. And then recording that, taking note of it, and taking note of, is acne popping up after that emotional trigger? So it could be with anything that we've talked about so far. Next would be resolving the conflict. We're resolving the conflict by reframing the situation. We're shifting our perspective on the event and the situation that triggers the conflict. It could be doing a meditation that helps you to release the conflict. I'm actually going to be recording something that actually helps you to dig into your subconscious mind, find the trigger, release the trigger. So stay tuned on my page if you are interested in that at all. I'm going to be talking a bit more about German New Medicine as well. I'm not just trying to read everything from the AI. I'm genuinely trying to learn about this, but I want to bring it to the surface and bring it to you guys here on YouTube so you can be more informed and not necessarily not do your own research, but compile the energy and the research from my heart, from the internet, to bring it streamlined to you guys. So yeah, we're reframing the situations, we're forgiving and letting go, and sometimes this can be tough, so it's great to work with a coach. Again, meditation coming soon that you can do on your own and do the forgiving and letting go. And then also focusing on activities that make you feel good about yourself by building your self-confidence, and spending your time with supportive people. You're going to be able to resolve this inner conflict, and in turn it's going to help you resolve the physical symptoms. The last thing that you can do is to support the healing phase. You want to understand that the symptoms that arise during the healing phase, the actual acne, the active spots that come up on your face, are a part of the healing phase. And instead of fighting them, you want to work with them and support your body through this process. So you want to be making sure that you're using gentle skincare. You don't want to be using harsh chemicals to slough away the skin. Use something gentle. Try and reduce scented products on your skin. Just mild, gentle, unscented cleansers and moisturizers. Try not to go overboard on the skincare. It's not always the best solution. You want to be practicing mindfulness, meditation, relaxation techniques, and overall managing your stress in a good way that works for you. So maybe going outside, maybe it's certain foods that you eat that help to manage your stress. You want to be doing things in moderation, in a good balance of making sure that your stress is reduced so that you can actually support healing phase. Last thing is having a healthy lifestyle. So again, being in nature, balanced diet, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep to actually, again, support healing. Supporting the healing is so important. The role of self-acceptance is really important too. Breaking the cycle of judgment on yourself, because if you can't break the cycle and be more self-accepting and have a little bit of more self-confidence, those two things are really going to help you. You want to be able to focus on your strengths, focus on your qualities and what makes you who you are, and not just focusing on this external vision of how other people perceive you, and really, focusing on your truth and who you are and your higher self, and allowing yourself to really be seen as your truest self, and accepting your skin as it is, and knowing that you can heal yourself from the inside out, not just with food, not just with lifestyle, not just with skincare, but the emotional and mental side of it as well. And it ties everything in. Holistic, I really do feel like the German new medicine is very holistic. It's very mind, body, and spirit, because I just feel like if you focus just on mindset work, doesn't really get you there. If you focus just on the external body, like topical stuff, it doesn't really get you there. If you just focus on nutrition, it's not going to get you there. I mean, it might provide, it might provide you some sort of healing and some sort of, quick fix. Or it might not even be quick. It might take you a long time to get there. And then eventually you kind of relapse into it coming up again, because you haven't really solved the root, which typically is the emotional work, from my experience at least. So I mean, my experience with this and having acne, I am a nutritionist. I do a lot of energy work with Reiki and theta healing and EFT, and now this German new medicine, and I've really found that nothing has resolved or been a resolution for me as much as doing everything together. I've tried, adding probiotics, doing the nutrition, doing no dairy, doing no meat, just doing plant-based, and it just never really cut it for me. Having the probiotics, trying to balance out the bad bacteria, the skincare galore, and it just never really hit the nail on the head. So, I'm excited to share this journey with you guys, and of course I'm gonna keep updating. I might just keep that on shorts, but I told you guys I was gonna make a long form video a little bit about the German new medicine. I'm gonna make another one, just kind of like talking about it. But yeah, I hope this gave you some sort of clarity. Maybe you're in the same boat of, trying to resolve acne, or any other symptom or track or trigger, and you're like, I've tried everything and nothing has worked long term. So maybe German new medicine is for you. Stay tuned for the journey. Follow me here on YouTube at The Natural Path to Wellness. I'm not really active on any of my social media platforms at the moment other than YouTube, so check things out here, like this video if you liked it, and let me know in the comments what you'd like me to talk about in another video. I hope you guys have the best day, and I will see you in the next one.